Feel pretty good.
So you try to match your shoes with your belt.
Yes.
What's up, man?
What up?
Hey, you need some help with Craig's closet deals.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
closet stuff here, my man.
Wow.
Oh yeah, surprise! It is my pleasure to announce you are this year's 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers Walter Payton Man of the Year.
It was truly special to have Brett Kiesel, Tyson Alualu surprise me and support me in opening another Craig's Closet at high school, where my grandfather was the first African-American teacher at. So, you know, I'm always thankful to be nominated. One of these times we got to win. I think it would cement the legacy we have with not only myself, but for the Heyward House and the work we're doing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I also would think it would allow us to continue to do great work in the community, continue to keep giving back to young men and young women that need a chance to succeed. And you know, that's my goal, is to continue to keep giving back. Obviously, we got to go to Children's Hospital, and then you know, we went to Cafe Momentum, which is dealing with kids who have had some tough upbringings, but they're getting a chance to learn financial literacy, how to give back, and how to work inside a restaurant. That's just part of Cam's Kindness Week, but the community work we do throughout the week and throughout the year extend more than just that. We got a chance to go to the Caring Place. It's one of the largest grief centers, all the way from elementary school to, you know, when you're an adult. And you never really get over your grief, but you learn how to deal with it. You learn how to open up and communicate about it. So I loved going there during Cam's Kindness Week.
During Heyward's visit to the Caring Place, he shared his story about the loss of his father with the kids who have also lost loved ones.
I was actually born in Pittsburgh, and I've loved this city since I was born. My grandparents were both teachers here. My mom's from Pittsburgh as well. My dad played at the University of Pitt. He had a long, illustrious career. He played 11 years in the NFL. My dad had to stop playing football in 1999 because he had a tumor. He had lost sight in his right eye, and we thought that was the end of it. Years later, I'm in high school. We found out the tumor had came back, and it was a wake-up call. He had struggled with a stroke, became paralyzed on his right side, and wasn't able to talk. He was working to walk for my senior night. In the summer before my senior year, he ended up passing away when I was away at a basketball camp. My mom had to be the one who had to tell me. It was hard for her to share that with me, but I understood the strength she showed. All during this time, I was deciding where I was gonna go in college to play football, thinking my dad was gonna be the biggest resource for me in choosing a college. Not having that, my mom stepped up in that moment. She made my decision easy. I went to Ohio State, graduated in 4 years. I met my wife the first day at Ohio State, and then I'll take you to senior year. I want to get drafted. I want to go play at the next level. Draft night shows up, and that night I get drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've always thought to myself, God and Dad have been working to map out my life. I come back to Pittsburgh.
Come on!
I get to hear stories about my dad, how he was involved in the community, how he would go to Children's Hospital. My dad has a legacy, and now I want to continue to expand it. And that's what my foundation has been about.
Do you still get sad about your dad, and how do you deal with it?
I do still get sad. As much as I get sad, I'm happy for the moments. And the more I share, I tell people about how much I miss him, how much I would love doing certain things. Having a son of my own, I try to use those opportunities to share with him or do things I did with my dad.
If you could talk to your dad one last time, what would you tell him?
I would tell him I love him. I would say thank you for the moments I did get. And I would say we all miss you. There's not a day that goes by that we don't miss you. And that we're going to continue to just try to make you proud.